Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Fire It Up with CJ show. We are now part three of our conversation about the heart of the Great Mother. And we've been talking to Dr. Christine Page. And in the last segment, we were talking about the triple goddess and how it's calling us to, those archetypes are calling us to create, create a unification of our feminine and masculine aspects. And in this beautiful chart that we talked about in the last section, are there three parts: the Virgin, the Mother, and the Crone. And I was wondering if we can talk about these first two and then circle back to what we talked about at the end. It's like how to deal with the pain of transformation.
Yes. I think in our society, the Virgin is very well looked after. Everybody loves,
Oh,
what are
yes.
you doing? How are you, what's the new project? What are you getting into?
Yes.
It's in it, men and women. It's that energy of, yeah, let's do something. So
Right.
we always say we're very good at doing. The
That's like
phase,
spring, you said. That's the
it
spring
is like
season.
spring. It's like, yeah, I'm starting something new. I'm getting excited.
Yeah.
And the mother energy is kind of okay. Oh, I take care of myself, or I let someone else take care of me. And I have to say for women, that mother energy is obviously very strong. I take care of people, but they're not always so good at taking care of themselves.
Right.
So other energies, but the crone energy is the one that everybody has trouble with.
Wait, and can I go back to the mother? What season is the mother?
Really, it's I say spring. Excuse me. The Virgin is spring and early summer, and the Mother is summer and early fall. She goes right through to harvesting, celebrating yourself. That's why I'm saying women aren't so good at this
Mm,
because we do something, but we don't celebrate ourselves. Oh, I wouldn't do that.
yeah.
So we have to eat. We have to feed ourselves, especially as women, because we tend to feed everybody else first. So that's the mother energy.
Right.
But then we have really from about November. These are very much Celtic traditions in the Northern Hemisphere of dying away, the death happening. We call it late fall. The leaves have fallen to the ground, and then we're into winter.
Mm,
And I'd just say that another way I like looking at it is the Virgin, if you're looking to fire, the Virgin is all those sparky bits with all
mm,
the colours. And then the Mother, of course, is the warmth of the fire.
ah.
Crone is the bit that destroys the wood to get to it. And we think about that. We think, well, there's a fire, it's warm and it's sparky, but it's only there because of the constant breaking down of something, dying of something. And so without the crone, we don't have life. Nothing happens. And we would all say, oh, yeah, we like winter. But this is where we are now. And we are in the clasp of the crone.
Mm-hmm.
All right. She's got us by our hair, and we don't want it. Because we're dissolving, and we could say we're destroying, and you might say, oh, that's a big word, but we're going to stay with dissolving. And what I like you to understand, if people say, well, what's the crone? It could be someone like Kali or Lilith or Mary Magdalene or Sekhmet. These were all crone figures. And what they said is, I love you so much, I will not let you be less than you are.
Mm,
So I know it's a scary time for a lot of people, but if you understand the Great Mother, this crone aspect of the Great Mother loves you so much. She knows who you need to be. She knows who your potential, and she's saying, "Why are you playing small? Why are you doing what you're doing? Come back. Let me tear the meat off your bones and come down to your bones, find your core, and create from there."
mm.
And
Okay.
that's why she has such bad press, that she does tend to, she's the vulture, pulls the meat from the bones.
Okay. So when you've lost your job, you're unemployed, you're completely lonely during this corona crisis, you're a non-essential worker, whatever comes up for you, these are the parts where the corona is saying, I love you so much, but you are not living up to your full potential. And so, okay, that doesn't
Well,
feel good when you're like, look, applying for unemployment. How can you?
so I'm saying, come back to your body, first of all, listen to your body,
Mhm.
because your head is going to tell you all those scary things. So listen to your body. So what does your body want to do? And you might say, I just want to lie in bed. Well, that might be great. But maybe your body's also saying, hey, we've been lying in bed for quite a while now. We would like to
Right.
get up. What's happening, and this is in astrology terms, all the old structures by which we have felt secure are breaking down. So all the corporations, all the people we thought we could trust, we're seeing the shysters, we're seeing the people who maybe we shouldn't trust. Okay,
Right.
this should have happened in 2008 when we had the first crisis, but we just pushed everything together again. Pluto, who is really this big crone, is saying, I told you, we are going to bring everything back to its core level, and then we'll build again. So those who are invested in keeping that going are the ones who are invested in keeping us in fear. I've got to say that. All right. So I'm saying, if anybody's telling you to do something from fear or shame, do not do it. Because they are just trying to keep their investment structure going. What's happening for all of us, all the rules by which we've lived our life, the shoulds, the musts, this is what I expect of you, this is what, they're all breaking down. And that's terrifying us because it's how we've lived. That's why I'm saying come back to your body, come back to your heart, do things because it's not even enough to say you love yourself because you're probably not there. You know, people are not there yet. Just do it because you can. I'm saying to everybody, 10 minutes 3 times a day, just do something that's yours, that you can control. Create a rhythm that's yours, not listening to the television, not getting scared. Come back, say, well, I'm going to just sit here and do this. Now, you might say, but it's not making me a job. Doesn't matter, because that is the fear in the future. The more you come back here, the more you're going to gather the energy for your future to be developed. In other words, your future is going to come to you the more you come home to yourself. The more you're scattered out there, there's nothing going to happen. Build your core. And it might be little bits, just to be able to say what really matters to you. I've had lots of deaths in my life. Lots of people have died. I've been ill myself. I've had life-threatening illnesses. But, in the middle of that, everything that I thought mattered dies away. If anybody's been through a big grief or a life-threatening illness, all those things you thought must do this, must do that. It's like, who cares?
Right.
And that's what we're in. We're in a collective grief or death because it's like, what really matters to you? If you only had a short time to live, and I've been in that place, what would you do? That's what I want you to come home to. Everybody, listening, don't go out into the what ifs. Just stay with what really matters. What really matters is talking to people for me, or being curious, or being able to put my hands in the soil. I love gardening. What matters to you?
Yeah, so in part 2, we were talking about, I don't remember what part, we're talking about a seed of
Yes.
potential, right? And we go and have life experiences. We go out and come to the journey, and then we bring that stuff back. So the coronavirus is yet another pedal in which we're learning about ourselves, and what we bring back to the core is the key. And I love what you said. The future will come to you the more you come back to
The
yourself.
more it has to. Nature cannot. The stronger you are in saying I'm home, the more future you'll gather. When you keep leaving home, there's nobody at home to attract anything in.
Right.
And if I can just say, the coronavirus is not. It's like going to that movie I described. Okay, it's just a movie. And you might say, no, it's not, but it is. Everybody is seeing that movie and experiencing that movie in a different way. So don't focus on the virus. Focus on how it's affecting you.
Right. There's a herd mentality where we're like, oh, this means this, and all these fears come piled on. This means about that's the future, and this means for me. Yeah. Go back to the center.
It's just a movie. That part is the movie. How's it affecting you? What is it doing to you? Otherwise, we get scattered in others. And in my belief system, it's a portal. It's a doorway. We're not the virus, but this transformation I'm talking about, the cocoon, is a doorway.
Right. Well, we
We're
always
all
talk about like life-changing moments. It's when I almost died, or someone I loved died, or
yeah,
something awful. But now, like now, we're all given the same transformational
it all is
moment.
portal. And whether this is part of your listeners' interest, people make choices to also die at periods like this. I've been, as a doctor, in this. You see people all leaving at a certain time. So someone might say, but oh, that's terrible, they're dying. We're all going to die. And sometimes we see, wow, maybe I'm ready to leave this body.
Mm,
So I'm trying to say, don't focus our own projections on dying on somebody else who may say, thank goodness, I'm leaving.
mm, right. Who knows what a person's going through COVID? Like we think
So
everyone's terrorized. They may be like, this is the best time of my life. I've never been clearer in my life.
there's times where literally the veil is so thin, people can move into spirit, and we'd say, wow, that's what we all want to do.
Right.
I, I'm just trying to say is we don't project our stuff onto other people. There are a lot of people, and I've worked with a lot of dying people who say, can I just leave now?
Mm,
So I'm not going to, I don't know their story. I don't know. So let's not project onto them that we understand what's going on for the
right.
individual.
Right. In the process of transformation. It could be transforming from life to death, from one aspect of yourself to another, to regaining some aspect of yourself that
That
you lost.
don't know. We don't know. But when we're in that dark space, as you said, dark night of the soul, it's only then that we really tap into that inner light and we go, I know what I don't want to do anymore.
Right.
It's like everything else taken away, there's only one direction we take.
Right.
That is to follow our heart.
I love it. All right, we've been talking to Dr. Christine Page about her book, The Heart of the Great Mother, Spiritual Initiation, of which we're part, the creativity to create anew, which we've been talking about, and the rebirth. How can we actually use this process, this transformational challenge, this life altering experience to rebirth to a new aspect of ourselves, or maybe go into a different phase, move on to a different phase? Love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, how are you feeling? Do you want to talk about I
It means so much to me that you're listening to the show and would love your support in any way by giving me comments below or to subscribe to the show or share the show with friends. Thank you again for your support. Love and blessings.